Hey, this is Jay Music.
Hey, I'm Scott Snyder.
I'm Cena Grace.
And you're listening
to the Absolute Geek.
The Absolute Geek.
Absolute Geek.
Absolute Geek Podcast.
Check it out, Snoogans.
You're listening to the Absolute Geek Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast. My name is Matt.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Brian.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Corbin. And Corbin is shitting the bed.
See, you couldn't even wait. You couldn't wait.
Shitting the bed.
Wow.
And tonight we have a very special guest with us from Brandon's Comics. We have Brandon himself. Thank you for joining us tonight, Brandon.
What's up, yos? How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Great.
So I'm out.
Ready to drink.
Yeah, let's do it.
Man. How do you turn that off?
Happy Black Friday to everyone out there. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Nice.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was good. What about
You don't remember. You don't remember because how much Crown Royal did you drink?
No, I was drinking whale whiskey.
Oh, even worse.
I went to the bar. We went out
On Thanksgiving?
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's a big day, baby.
It was like a dream come true.
Yeah.
I ate, played basketball, and slept. And that was it.
You have big dreams of going to the bar on Thanksgiving with a dream.
Oh
come
my
true.
God.
You ate Thanksgiving dinner and then went and played basketball?
Yeah, a couple hours later, but yeah. I didn't eat like everyone else did. I just, you food and then, yeah. It's a tradition. That's what we always do.
Man, my
You gotta
tradition
burn
is
it
like
off.
falling asleep.
Oh, that comes later for us.
I like
Yeah, it was
Kyle.
good.
I'm Kyle. I'll do some drinking and then pass out on you.
Yeah, that's
That's like
That's why
holiday.
I'm on my second wife.
That's Thanksgiving tradition is to get drunk, eat turkey, and pass out.
Right. Yeah.
I went to two bars.
Man.
That's boring for me.
Thanks.
But I get it.
Thanksgiving is a day for football, Corbin, not the WNBA and not basketball.
I came back for my Saints. I came back. I always came. Oh, WNBA. So that's a big. Matt, that was
You know he's a
uncalled
really
for.
big WNBA fan, right?
I watch. I'm a basketball guy. It don't matter who's playing. I'm watching. So yeah.
You should ask to see his Brittany Griner tattoo. He's
Oh,
got
God.
That's it. It's on his back calf. I've seen it. Ask.
Okay.
I think Brittany Griner's a dude. I don't know why she's playing in the NBA, dude.
But she identifies as a woman.
She's
Yeah.
a talented basketball player.
I've heard that
But
you have a full Lisa Leslie back piece.
All day.
Wow.
You should see the Maya
Dunking
Moore
on Kobe.
Yeah.
No, but I did watch my Saints beat the Falcons 10-2, by the way. So I'm happy about that.
I heard that your
Who
chest says Lakers, and then your back has your last name and your number all
We're gonna
tattooed.
keep on going with this. This is gonna be awesome.
I'm about to mute my whole cam right now. Yeah, but you're right. It was fun. It was fun though. Fun night.
I heard you have Jordans, but you call them Corbins, and it's the jump man that you just put your face over the head.
I'm done
I
with you,
like
Matt.
this guy.
You start on me early. I do.
It's funny.
Start on me early. Let's get different slangs.
I mean, you just set it up. If you're gonna softball pitch it,
They just
someone's
knock
gonna-
it out every time. I got the
I
feeling.
literally went back to football. It was something about how much I enjoy my Saints. You took it back to Jordan's at the court. You reached for a baseball that wasn't there. Okay, Matt?
Baseball.
And we're playing softball.
I don't know what kind of game it is. Fuck.
What are you going to the softball game with a baseball glove? That's why we're putting you in right field.
Oh my god.
Don't you miss me, Corbin? I'm back.
Yeah, Brandon. It's like I didn't even see you a couple hours ago.
Corbin's the kind of guy to show up to a softball game with a wiffle ball bat.
All right. You guys are a mess.
Chad in the chat says, "What the hell, Brandon? Where's the stellar Xmas Joker coat?"
Oh,
Yeah, that was
dude, I love
fire.
it at the store. It's at the store. It got super cold, so I put on the pea coat. But yeah, Actually, Chad, right when you left, Corbin walked in the door. I was almost going to take like a weird sexual position pose with him, but then he didn't want to do it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I had to go. I had to get back to the
Ass.
pod. I missed Chad. Oh my God, Chad. We got to sync up and we go to Brandon's next time.
Chad's
Dude, he was in there. He was in there for a little while. Like, well, Spawn's coming out this next week. You guys should come in. I mean, I know he's coming in. You should come in, Corbin.
Yeah, when Spawn, I got to. I'm always a sucker for the Spawn Batmans, by the way, Brandon. If you ever have these, like, except that I'm always going to grab one. I don't know why I'm addicted to those.
Yeah, I sold that one to some dude today for 80 cents. I think it was you.
No, I wish it was me. I picked up.
I'm making that expression. Did you guys see that? That's crazy. Did you see it?
I was mad. It's gone now. I can't get mad again.
I think I got like 4, dude. I'll get you one. I promise.
Dude.
80 cents. Oh, you, homie.
Hey, appreciate you. Yes.
Can you slow that back up? That was crazy. Did you see that look he made? Oh, yeah, again.
I'm done.
So, Brian, what do you drink?
I don't drink. I smoke.
Oh, okay. So you
smoke
go for like bowl for beer?
No, I don't play those games.
Oh, okay. There's no.
No, I'm just
no
joking. I'm just
pressure
fucking with you. I'm just
anymore.
fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you. No, man, I just smoke. I just roll up a blunt. Use the RSO. You familiar with RSO?
No, I hate nicknames.
RSO is a lifesaver, my friend, when it comes to cannabis. You should check it out. Rick Simpson oil. It is the miracle cure, and you don't have to destroy your lungs. So,
Well, yeah, it sounds like a you me conversation.
yes, and
You and me.
it's winter time, and as Kyle knows, the shrooms will be flowing in soon, hopefully.
They
I
are.
love pizzas. Pizzas are great. Papa John's is right next door. They
Oh man, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
But so did everybody was talking about Black Friday and buying stuff. Did anybody get anything comic related for Black Friday or anything cool like comic wise?
Well, we did 35% off of the first. From 8 to 11, we did 35% off. We did $12 bags and boards. I'm going to continue the sale all weekend. I'm going to do. I've got now about 25,000 comics up the middle. I'm just going to reload again tomorrow, but I'm going to do for like $1. But
Nice.
we're in the process of just lowering all of our prices. Like we just hit our year anniversary. I'm not sure if you guys heard.
It's music to us collectors' ears.
Yeah. But we're in the process of lowering our prices. Like everything's going real well for us. And
I just
like,
filled the cup. Comics, lowering prices.
yeah,
I'm there.
we're doing it. Hey, and you guys, I would really advise you to send your books into CGC. Like the cutoff date for the Todd McFarlane thing's coming up. So
Going out
definitely-
Monday.
Yeah, we're sending ours out Monday.
Okay, good. Yeah, you guys got the flaps. You guys got everything. You know how to like the autograph flaps. You know how they want the books turned in.
The window
Window
stuff.
books.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about
Well,
this?
explain that
Yeah.
though for all our
in case
viewers.
somebody wants to send it.
Okay, so basically, like, what's going to happen with Todd McFarlane? You know how you guys, when you go into, a long line for Comic-Con, everybody's sitting there with their comics, there. They have to go up. Todd McFarlane has to go out, take it out of the bag and board, or you take it out of the bag and board. He has to go autograph it. So what CGC is looking for is they want to expedite the process. What they're going to do is there's like a little window. There's these little window bags, and you have to replace it. So with this window bag, when you put it in there, you're going to have your comic, and you're going to have a little flap that you put over. So what CGC is going to do is they're going to take all these comics, and they're going to put them all in a row. So what Todd McFarlane has to do is he just goes down and autographs each one. So it's really important to make sure you follow all the rules specifically so CGC doesn't have to do this. So you make sure that your book isn't set aside and maybe it gets missed because mistakes do happen. So it is very important to be able to follow all the rules, i.e. window bags.
So explain the flap thing. What is the flap thing? I don't understand that.
I don't have them on me right now, but it's
Those blue ones, they're like blue, and they have like the
Right.
flap that opens up to the
Right.
window.
So it opens up. You set your comic on the inside, and then
Yeah.
it's this protective clear flap, and then it's got another flap. So they
Do you
go
have
over.
to get those ones to send in, or can you make your own window boards?
I assume you can make your own, but
Okay.
I'm
As
just
long as
hanging on.
they're bagged and board, and there's a way for them to not have to take it out of the board. I think
Correct.
the back
Correct.
and board, and you have it signed. As long as there's something open there for them to have it signed, I think it's okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Now they are doing. They'll crack cases for $5. So I think if it's not done correctly, they might charge you for the $5 for it. I mean, that is a conversation that I'm going to have with CGC tomorrow, actually. So if you guys want to follow up with me, that's one thing. I was trying to do it actually Wednesday, and they were closed. So that is that's going to be a conversation I have first thing Monday morning with them.
Very cool. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
excited about this.
Oh, I am too, man. But you know what kind of sucks is I really, really hate putting this out there, but the price of that Spider-Man 300 is going to tank, man. And it really kind of breaks my heart. But all these people, I would say half my customers now are sending in their Spider-Man 300s. And when you have that much the market saturated with that many autographs, just the actual raw book is just going to tank.
I refuse to get any. I'm not getting anything signed anymore unless it's like something crazy. I'm not a fan of signed books anymore unless I'm selling them to make some money. I don't want to get any of my books signed anymore. I kind of regret getting some of my books signed.
This whole industry should be about making money. I mean, it shouldn't be about losing money. I mean, what we're doing in this, like, we're here to go out there to improve. Like, I'm not happy with a Hulk 181 6.5. I want that 9.8. And how you get that is buying and selling and trading. Now, you are right. The autograph stuff, it's not really worth it if you're not getting your top people in 9.8s unless it's raw, unless you're selling it the very first person. You're better off getting something autographed with a COA and selling it the second you get it. I always call it the Talladega Nights theory, like that whole stupid thing. If you're not first, you're last, and it's a real thing. If you're not the first person, you're the last person. How many times do you see a book come out, it tanks, and then you're like, oh, homie, I've got all this money. Look, I got this book, and then you check it like 2 weeks later, and you're like, oh, I missed that one. But it is. I call it the Talladega Nights theory. If you're not first, you're last.
Chad said, I thought he said he wouldn't sign Spider-Man 300. What he said was he would sign anything that he did, except he won't sign homage covers and he won't sign parody covers, as he called it. And then
Did he say he wouldn't sign Spider-Man 300?
He said he would sign anything anything that he's done. He said he would sign.
He won't sign the homage cover. So the replicas, like the silk cover that replicates the 300 cover.
Okay.
Those ones he won't.
Yeah, he won't sign any covers like that.
So this is the crazy thing, and I already kind of talked with Kyle about this. Like in the past, he's signed homage covers. So he's just saying that for this one, he doesn't want to sign because I have a 2 9.8 CGC of the Snake Eyes homage cover that he signed, and he had nothing to do with that cover, but he signed it. So I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of sensitive to that G.I. Joe's thing, though. Have you heard that whole story?
Yes, that's a go ahead, but I want you to tell it because that is a really good story for people that don't know.
Actually, I think Jen. So he went off and did a G.I. Joe's cover, or he went off and did what he
issue.
Did.
There's a whole issue.
He did the whole insides, and actually, you might know the story better than me. He did the whole insides of it, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't. Your art's crap. Whatever. We don't really want this." And then he took off, and they're like, "Oh, your art's not crap. Here you go. Let's kind of put." I mean, that's kind of how the story went, but I can't remember the.
And he was supposed to do a couple covers for that issue too, but there was kind of some, like you said, there was kind of some beef/bad blood that was going on about that, and he said, "Screw it, I'm not going to do it." So they actually re-released that issue. I think it's issue like 27 or something like that, where it's like that one Xandar guy on a skiff going against Buzzsaw, and that's the cover where he did the interiors, but he was supposed to do an actual cover for that, and he didn't. And they re-released that book with a homage cover, which is Snake Eyes in the Spider-Man #1 pose, as their very last issue of the series ever. And it's super rare. It's very hard to find. But
Well, my preacher actually, when we were doing the Alamo exclusive, my preacher actually had him autograph that, and he was so proud. I don't think anybody there had Todd McFarlane autograph a GI Joe book, but I think he was really proud of that.
Yeah, that's actually probably my top 5 favorite all-time covers, and I'm trying to
really?
I'm trying to track down the guy who did the covers. Guy's named Scott Koblish, and he does a lot of Deadpool stuff now, but he never comes out to Arizona.
Well, you want me to break his leg or something? You want to get this guy?
No, but it'd be cool
got some money.
And it's cool to have him sign it too. But those are the only couple things that I want autographs on, like personal, like PC books that like aren't super ridiculous expensive. I almost regret getting my Hulk 181 signed.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Hey, who'd you get it signed by? Did you get it signed by like your little brother, or
No.
It doesn't say Little Mac anywhere on it.
No. Yeah. It says Lynn Wein and what's his name?
Trippy.
Yeah, Herb Trimp. Yeah. So, but I just don't. I was kind of smart. I didn't get him to sign it in the same place. You know how they always sign the H in the
And that's the cool thing about the window bags.
Yes.
Like the window, like you can actually, there's different kinds that you can actually force the artist to sign like in certain locations.
Yeah. And actually Kyle got my second autograph. I had him take it to San Diego to get Lynn Wein to sign it. I had Herb Trimp sign it and a week later he passed away. And then I had Kyle have Lynn Wein get it signed in San Diego, and I think he passed away like a couple weeks after that.
Yeah, like Tutankhamun or something? Jesus Christ.
So you need to stop getting books signed for. You know what? You should have Rob Liefeld sign a book.
You did.
Oh man.
It says to your friend Kyle.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. And I'm just not a fan of signed books anymore. I don't know why. I think part of it is the Stan Lee ridiculousness, where he just signed everything under the sun and kind of ruined that for me.
Well, the messed up thing about the whole Stan Lee autograph thing that I absolutely hate, like when people talk about like Stan Lee autograph books, it's his signature actually changed. Like his signature was actually fluid, and then he actually had like a different scribble. Like, so you can actually tell those books. Well, like when he was doing that, for instance, like when he did Ace Con, there were rumors of stuff that like got back to us where he actually went to the bathroom in his pants. He was crying like at the booth, and they're like, just sign a couple more.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories.
That's terrible.
And it's not the people that did the Ace Con. It was his handlers that I'm not going out there. But and those guys actually got in trouble for a lot of stuff. But I mean, there were people that stole Stan Lee's blood. I mean, just a lot of stuff that like went on like with this man, and just like his autographs. Like I appreciate everything that he did, but it's sad that all this stuff was done just to get this man's signature.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. It's they carried him around like he was like an animal or something, putting him on a display at a zoo. It felt like at
the same time, there's a lot of people that I will talk to that say, thank God I got to meet Stan Lee before he died, or thank God. So I mean, there is good and bad, but it kind of broke my heart when later I heard and read reports. I mean, it wasn't at the Ace Con that I attended, but like later when I heard through the grapevine of like things that were going on about this. And then when I read in the papers or not the papers, Jesus Christ, how old am I? When I read on the internet machine that they'd stole blood, was like trying to hawk it on eBay or some shit.
Well, no, they were going to have him sign. They were going to put it in ink, I believe, and have him, and then use that ink to stamp his autograph and put it on books. And then you could have Stan Lee DNA as a stamped autograph on your books.
Yes.
I think there's a couple books that actually made it out.
Real, and you have the ghost of fucking Stan Lee. Like you have like ghost Stan Lee coming around. Like how pissed off is that motherfucker gonna be? He's got so many supernatural powers. I ain't fucking with ghost Stan Lee.
See, I like having my books autographed. I still like that feeling of walking up to this artist or this writer that something you enjoy and saying, hey, thank you for doing this to me. Here, would you please sign it? even though you signed, I'm still going to encase it. But like, I still like that feeling of saying, "Hey, I appreciate what you've done. Thank you. Will you please sign this for me?"
Yeah, and it's a way for you to be able to talk to that person. Like, what else would you be like? You're like, hey, come here, sign this. Hey, so how was your time? Like, it's not like, hey man. It's like you have a conversation. It's like, hey, what are you doing later? Where are you staying at?
Yeah, it's just I just
That's what I do,
think
and it doesn't work. It never tells me where they're staying at.
Well,
No, they don't.
Even meeting Stan Lee isn't as impressive as everyone thinks it is. Like, it's not.
No, yeah,
It's not a big event, because if you're like a comic fan and you want to go like, oh my god, thank you, you don't get that. It's don't talk to him, sign your book, and get the fuck on. And that's pretty much what it is when you meet Stan Lee. He's head down signing. Don't say a word. Don't talk to him. He's just
but a lot of that was those guys, was his handlers. And to be honest, I don't think Stanley would have done that many. I mean, he probably would have showed up for events and stuff and just wanted to wave at crowds, but he had so many people pumping in, pumping out that's how they had to do that. And he didn't need the money. The guy's worth almost $1 billion. The guy didn't need the money. So that was just kind of the sad thing. I do have the guy's face tattooed on me, so I'm a little biased.
Right above your happy trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I actually have a tramp stamp.
It's the same.
Right on the lower back.
Right next to that Brittany Griner homage.
Me and Corbin have the same tattoo person.
Matching. First time. All the way back from Ace Con.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell us about your store, Brandon?
So we opened up about a year ago. The business started out, we started doing a lot of Comic-Cons. I fell in love with comics, about selling comics about 2 years ago. We opened up our store November 12th, 2018, and we've been kicking ass. We've got about 50,000 comics. My display cases are retarded. My uncle Ed Robertson, we're a comic book royalty. He's got over 500,000 in keys. Any key you could possibly imagine. I've got the hookup on over 1 million comics. Anything you could possibly imagine.
Wait. Is your uncle Ed?
Ed Robertson.
Ed?
Ed.
With the badass books in a fucking storage locker?
Yeah.
That's your uncle?
Ed.
Oh, that's awesome.
So my uncle Ed, I got access to pretty much anything you could possibly imagine. We do comic book layaway. So if you guys, I own the place. Like, we can do whatever we want. Uncle Ed wants to do something, we can pull the trigger. I've got access to over 1 million comics, so I can go swoop in stuff. I'm a CGC dealer, so you can drop off all your books. I'm a BCW dealer, so I have the cheapest supply on comics in the Valley. Like, you can't beat me. Let's play chess, baby. Come next June, I'll be a master distributor. There'll be very few of us in the country. I will
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? Explain what that means.
Yeah.
It means, here, I'll just put this in relative terms. It means I'm going to be the home of 100 bags and boards for $10. Wrap your brain around that. Wrap your brain around that.
Yeah.
That's what on top of all the other supplies. And how I'm able to do that is I will be able to afford everything. I'll be able to afford the whole business on my own, the whole master distributor. I don't have to have a warehouse. My house is huge. I've built on other parts of the house to be able to maintain this. Our store's big. So there's a lot of things, and I see Corbin's head bobbing. Corbin's heard this speech, and he knows what's coming.
I've seen pics, yeah.
But everything's going very well.
And what made you decide to open a store? So you and Uncle Ed were like, hey, I like to sell books, you like to sell books. Uncle Ed was tired of motherfuckers going to his storage locker?
No.
Through or what?
No, I met Ed like 5 years ago. So when I first started like getting into this hustle, so I went to Ed and I was like trying to hustle him at Comic-Con. I'm like, hey man, come and let me throw my books into there. Come on, let me throw my books in there. And he's like, kid, get the fuck out of here. He's like, I got my own shit I'm dealing with. So then I started doing these Comic-Cons, and these dudes started being fucking rude to me and like mean to me, like at cons. And
you're mean.
Yeah, oh my god,
you're mean.
But there's a couple dudes that were like super cool, and Ed was one of them. So he kind of like took me underneath his wing, and then so I started making money with him, and I was like, bet, I'm making money with you. And he's like, anybody that's making this amount of money with me, I'm going to call you nephew. I go, I'm going to call you uncle. We've been making money ever since. So
Yeah, Ed's a cool dude. Ed's a really cool guy.
Me and my uncle Ed. So I mean, anything you guys, he's got his own thing that he's doing. He's in Ohio right now. He's up there. I have no idea why the fuck he's up there in this cold weather, but he's in Ohio right now. But he'll come and we do Ed Day, like at my store. So we'll go clear out like a bunch of my stuff, and then he'll roll in there with $250,000 worth of inventory. We'll have like undercover police in there, just like hanging out, chilling. But and then when Ed makes you bunch of stuff, I go,
got undercover cops in here, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, no, we got cops in there. Half the people in there got guns. I'm the only person without a gun. Half the people in there got guns. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna duck.
I mean, where's your shop located at?
McClintock and Southern, right next to Bosa Donuts.
That's why you gotta have a gun.
Bosa Donuts.
Bosa
Donuts, the greatest fucking donut shop in the world.
Can people find you online to buy books?
Yeah, I know
eBay online? Do you have can they go to your website and find books, or how would they find it if, like, say they weren't living in the valley?
The best thing to do is follow me on social media. I kind of cater to the customers a little bit. If you follow me on social media, I'll give you my cell phone number, and then if you want something, just text me. What I do is I'll build pull box for people. I'll settle things up. Let's say, for instance, you want a Hulk book. Well, pay me on PayPal. I'll pay for that Hulk book. Once we get to like 20 books, I'll medium flat rate it to you with 3 Gemini mailers and just send it to you. I don't like doing pull boxes because you get kept behind, but a lot of people don't want to be able to have to drive to the store. Well, this is technology, 2020, baby. We got Venmo, PayPal. I mean, they're very, very easy ways. I got my own cash register. I mean, I understand a lot of people wouldn't want to go.
I got one too. It's right there.
Now, but I mean, there's very easy ways of paying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll give you my cell phone number. I'll cater to you. Corbin's already got my cell phone number. I send him nudes sometimes up.
I didn't get any nudes. I got your phone number.
Well, Jesus.
Go from absolute geek.
I know. We need to go out to eat first. You just gave it to me. We have to go. We have to talk a little bit more.
At least share a drink. Yeah. Build a relationship, Kyle. Don't just be snide like that.
I'm cheap and easy.
I know when Ed sees me, he sees dollar signs. He just sees a dollar sign walking up.
Oh,
what are you looking for today, Kyle?
That's if Ed could actually see you. Have you seen how thick his glasses are?
Yeah.
He's just waiting for you to get there.
He's awesome,
Ed, man.
Yeah,
Ed,
and I bought some really cool books from Ed.
Yeah. He's a good dude. Very good dude.
Yeah.
One of the best.
You got to be there for EdCon then. Like you should see me. Like you should see me selling his books.
When's the next
There's a little
EdCon?
system. You go to Ed. He's like, did you go to Brandon? Did you go to Brandon? Did you go to Ed? It's like a little cycle.
No, like you watch, and I know he doesn't know how to work technology right now. So I feel comfortable saying this right now because I know his ass. He'd be calling me, asking me to show him out about this podcast. But yeah. So what I'll do with Ed is, let's say for instance, you got a book for like, he's got $1,000 and you want it for $750, or let's say for instance, Corbin wants it for $750. It's kind of funny to watch this thing happen. So let's say for instance, we get it down to $750, but then Corbin starts messing around. So Corbin starts getting it for $700. Then he'll start jacking up the price on him, which is kind of funny. But
jacked up.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's pretty. He's a very fair guy. I like to watch him. I like to watch him when people try to like haggle with him because he'll start messing with people.
So let me ask you something. I also noticed for a while that you've been pretty heavy on the OfferUp apps and stuff like that. How does that work for you? Do you make much money off of those things?
Well, I mean, having your own store, I think I was talking to my wife about this tonight. Like having eBay, OfferUp, Craigslist, anything that you can do to possibly get attention to the store.
Yep.
That's one thing that you really need to do. It's not the fact of, am I trying to sell that stuff on OfferUp? It's the fact of, I'm just trying to attract attention to the store.
Yeah, get your name out there.
Right.
As many places as you possibly can. And to be honest, that's exactly when I first met you, that first thing I thought, because I'm always checking OfferUp, looking around. And I'm like, oh shit! When Brandon from Brandon's Comics, I instantly go, oh, OfferUp. I'm always looking at your shit on OfferUp.
Yep, I am too.
It's working. It's definitely working. That's a great place. That's a great some great info for people out there if you're wanting to try and drum up some support and some people out there looking at your stuff. Take Brandon's cue and make sure you put your stuff on all the different platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's one thing about this game that I've realized is there's lots of different types of people. You have your eBay people. Your eBay people aren't necessarily your Craigslist and your OfferUp people. Your Craigslist and your OfferUp people aren't the people that trust the internet. They don't like to go out there. They like things that are tangible. They like to go out. They like to meet those people. The things on OfferUp, the best people that you're going to meet on OfferUp, you're going to meet your regulars. You're going to meet your loyal people. You're going to meet your people that are going to be able to go out and do that. So OfferUp and Craigslist are two definitely keys that you have to have, especially in our city.
Yes, I agree.
We're so blessed, like having like such a big comic book. LA, New York, Boston, Baltimore, Phoenix, Chicago. Like we're the top. Dallas. We're the top cities in comics.
So I got a question for you, Brandon. You said you did a lot of the conventions and stuff here in the Valley. Did you go around the country and set up at conventions?
Yeah, we did. We did Vegas. We've done Vegas a few times. We've done Palm Springs. What else have we done? Vegas, Palm Springs. We've done all the Ace Cons.
So out of all those, which are your favorites and why?
Easy. Las Vegas, Half Naked Girls, definitely. Sorry, Jen.
Oh my God.
You had to apologize.
Phoenix.
Shut up.
Phoenix. No, I mean it's just kind of cool. It's kind of cool, like going and like looking at some chick.
As opposed to like.
No, I'm talking about the unattractive ones. Like I didn't.
Backpedal.
Like, no, stop laughing.
Is that your wife?
Yes.
Well,
Have her sit down and enjoy the show with us.
I'm having a beer too. Hi.
There we go. Hello, Brandon's wife.
No, but the funny thing was, like, I swear to God, no, there was this chick with some huge titties, and like she had like the big like thing, and like she's like, do you remember?
Poison Ivy chick?
Yeah, the girl with the green.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she was dressed as Poison Ivy, and her tits were twice the size of her waist. Yeah, so she's walking around like that. There's also like the Fantastic Four body paint style. Like they weren't actually wearing costumes; they were just body painted as the Fantastic Four. That was pretty amazing. I think they had thongs, but that's about it.
No, but the fat girls were the funny ones. It's kind of like, haha, look at you, you're fat.
Ouch.
But no, actually, but Phoenix Con's really dope. Like a lot of people,
yeah, I like hers the best.
Yeah, a lot of people like will go sit there and bitch about oh my God, the guy that snuck in the guns, blah blah blah, they tried to kill the Power Ranger, blah 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 blah. Dude, that wasn't the best thing ever. But the fact that they enclosed everything, when now there's alcohol everywhere, is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Dude, the alcohol there is the best thing.
You know how much more money that we make when I see somebody with like alcohol, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm negotiating with this guy.
So you've had your store open for a year now.
What's up?
What would you give? What advice would you give to people that, from opening your store until 1 year later, what would be the advice you'd give to anyone out there that's wanting to open a comic book store?
Oh, this is easy, man. This is super, super easy. Hold on 1 second.
Just walk away. I guess that's the advice, everybody. Don't even start.
Just go.
Take your money and go somewhere else. Yeah.
In the meantime,
just don't worry about it. Just
Drink
avoid
beer
it like the
and
plague.
enjoy life. I think
shout out
that's
to shout out to
No,
Tim.
I meant that to be
Hey,
I was gonna
we
say.
read your message loud and clear, Brandon.
Right. So no, this is super easy. The best thing that I would possibly, and this is one thing that I totally would have done different like about 5 years ago, is get out there, get on eBay. I don't give a fuck if you got something that's a quarter book, that's $1 book, put it up for $9.99, put it up for a buy it now auction, and get it on eBay. Make your goal 1,000 auctions, and then make it 4,000 auctions, then make it 10,000 auctions, and then you won't have to work for a living. Do that.
You know what's
That's
funny
a
is
lot
that,
of hustling.
but
it's
here's
not.
the thing,
It's not.
Kyle.
Do you remember what you
What
just?
you
Do you
gonna
remember
say
what you just said earlier about it's if you're doing what you love?
That's not work.
Yeah, It fucking becomes work. I can promise you that.
Cardboard and tape.
Yeah, you need fucking pallets of cardboard. But I swear to Christ, if there's one, yeah.
Well, I think that's one of the things that we've been talking about for a while. I know me and Kyle is that if you're not a store that isn't using eBay or Facebook Live auctions or some other form to supplement some of that other income, coming in, then you're not going to make it. You got to have some type of extra hustle.
It's absolutely impossible. You have to be able. I mean, even with my board and every single thing that we do about like how we do the ordering and the purchasing and everything, even if I sell out 65, 70% and I still sell my ratio variance for a good amount, I'm still going to get stuck with back inventory. I bag and board everything. I've still got money into that inventory, but it doesn't mean that there has to be a loss in anything. You have to supplement that out there. Craigslist, OfferUp. eBay is the best thing. A lot of people will like sit there and bitch about that, like, man, I can't pay eBay fees. Well,
Dude, you gotta stop.
here's the thing. See, I've been drinking. So if you can't,
You too?
yeah, I've been drinking. Corbin knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna own that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that though.
But I mean, if you can't incorporate like those fees like into your profit margin, like you need to be in like something else. Like you need to be doing something different.
Yeah, that's very good advice.
I mean, if you're not selling online, you're just getting left in the dust.
Yep. And if you're not using your social media as a platform, like it's incredible, like this thing. And Corbin, I have to thank for all this?
Who?
Our man Adonis.
Really?
He's the
Shout out to
man.
Adonis. Shout out to Adonis.
Yeah.
I drink to Adonis.
Yeah, there we go, man. I do too. I don't know which one's not done. I don't know which one's full. Here, this one's not full. Here, this one.
Oh wow, it's like that.
Well, I had 3 to choose from. I chose twice incorrectly.
Lord. Also, shout out to Tim real quick. We were talking about dick pics and everything inspired by Brandon.
Whoa.
So Tim
Maybe that's
sent
what
me
you
a
guys want to do
Facebook
when
request, and now I have a
on
whole
the
bunch
female on the
of
outside.
Robin Nightwing pictures. So I got some dick pics. Shout out Tim for that.
Why did I come up with dick pics?
You were talking about the nudes, and that inspired one of our many fans to hit me up with some dick pics. So
have you guys seen my dick pics from around the country, around the world?
I hope we're still talking Robin, right? Nightwing, Dick Grayson.
I'm gonna show this to you guys.
I don't want to see the leaning tower of whatever you call.
Short ones, little ones, round ones, fat ones.
Like a Fairly Odd Parents. Now new Super Soup English Super Soup.
The Fairly Odd Parents.
Green
You got dicks on your wall.
Wow.
So here's wiener pics
Talk
of
about the
Freedom
Hall
Tower.
of Fame. The Hall of Justice.
There's wiener pics in Rome.
Jeez.
There's Germany.
I can't
There's
believe I'm looking so intently at this. I gotta stop.
Will you dress up as a penis?
no. Well, I tried. They didn't. They wouldn't let me in the country. Like that. They told me not to. Well, we don't have the correct lighting for this right now.
That's all right.
So, out of the books that came out this week, Brandon, give us your thoughts on some of the books that you would advise people to pick up for spec books, and maybe some story books that you think are really good.
I don't have the.
Whoa,
list.
he's about to show us a dick pic, I thought. He just gets up and walks away. That's twice.
I'm looking for my phone. You guys can't ask me stuff like that if I'm not ready for it.
Oh, shit.
I just want to talk about Donny Cates, but I'll wait.
We're going to get into it.
I'm ready. Oh, let me use the restroom first.
Go ahead and talk about Donny Cates. I'm not even sure what's coming out yet. Here, hold on. I can split them up.
I think this whole Donny Cates thing is absolutely hilarious because now it involves comic groups that are fighting, internet comic groups that are pissed off at each other like normal.
I'm here for it.
So, Matt, why don't you tell us what's going on?
Well,
Yeah, man. How you doing, Matt?
I'm good. I'm just enjoying the show. It's very rare that I get to sit here and just enjoy the show.
Oh,
Enjoying the conversation as it takes place.
okay. I'm gonna pretend that's not a slight. I'm kidding.
I mean, it's not every day you get dick pics from around the world,
Right?
you know. And then he tries to give you one live in person.
I mean, I can give you one
I
from
wasn't
both.
giving you one live in person. I was going to get my phone.
I know one of both the donuts. You know who to call.
I mean, I've always wondered what the first step of opening a comic shop is. It's get up and walk the fuck
Dick
away.
pics.
It's going somewhere else. Take your money somewhere else. So, you know.
So forever now. Think about opening a comic book store. I'm just going to walk away.
Just walk away. Yeah.
Yep, walk away.
I'll show you right now how to be a great Absolute Geek member. I'm leave.
You gotta drop it. Just drop it.
Just drop it. Nah, it might break, and then I have it in my voice. So I'm poor. Anyway, Matt was talking about Donny Cates. My bad.
Yeah, so over the weekend, over last week and weekend and most of the week, Donny Cates has been kind of going at it on Twitter with a bunch of fans who admitted that they are pirating his books, and he kind of got mad and doesn't want people illegally pirating or torrenting his work or comics in general, saying that it's taking money away from creators and hurting the industry, and it's kind of like Brian said, it's caused a split between the community, and you have people going at each other, and other creators are getting involved. So you have creator versus creator on it, and so it's been over the last week, a huge issue about torrenting books and whether people agree that you should torrent them, or his stance was, I don't care if you're poor. If you're poor, you shouldn't be buying comics. That's why Comixology is a thing, and you can order them online. You should never torrent my work. And people come at him with, well, I can't afford this. He's, I don't care. You know, if you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. You don't need to have it. And
buying comics is a luxury.
And he went as far as to say, there's a lot of things in this life I want that I don't have, and if I want them, I save, or I just go without them. So don't torrent my work. So it's there's been
he does have a point.
He does.
So you should do it like I do and buy the books and then torrent them. Because then it's okay. Because technically I bought the books. I just don't want to fucking finger fuck them, so I'm going to read them online.
Well, and then he brought in the argument of go to the library, and with Corbin, the comic librarian.
Hey, we do have them. We do have. I mean, now if you're looking for daily current ones, forget about it. Go to your local comic shop. If you're looking for like the trades and everything, I mean, we do a pretty good job of ordering that depending on the library that you work at. And there's apps like Hoopla that get a great selection of
cut that dog up
stuff. If you're just trying to read it,
His dog pissing off my dog. My dog's about to fuck somebody up.
But then he's catching shit for that comment too, because people are firing back with, well, you're telling people to go to the library, but that's the same thing. Is these people are checking out your work and your medium without paying for it.
Yeah, but the book was not originally.
The libraries have to pay for it. If it's online, libraries have to pay for it. So he's still getting the money. And then with the online stuff, it's like licensing. It's a recurring payment. So I'm on his side. It's not like the writer's not getting reimbursed for that. So I don't understand the library pushback. I'm going to say this. If you're looking for like daily ones, no, you're not getting that. They operate the same as like a DC Universe would or a Marvel Unlimited would, which is that you're getting the complete set about a year after it comes out. So if you're trying to get up to date, no, save your money and go, or just go without, or make good friends with a little comic guy or something to figure out how to do that. If you're just trying to read comics in general, then definitely go to the library. Why not? They have them. I don't understand the whole, but I'm poor, but I also want the best of everything. It's like someone being like, oh, I'm poor, but I want to live in a mansion, but I have no money. Like, you're in the same shit as everyone else. Like, I'm sorry. What can you do about that, you know?
I would not buy the books. I just download them. I'm fuck Donny Cates. Fuck torrent the shit out of his books.
Why?
Because he sounds like a fucking troll. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Lars from Metallica when Napster was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't get my shit. Don't get my shit.
But
I mean, the point, you may be a dick, but the point...
I want to make more money.
You guys are...
No, it's all right.
If you guys owned a comic book store, would you let, like, person A come in there and just start reading through your stuff, like this bag boarded?
Mm-hmm.
You would?
I would leave one book out in front of all the rest so that people can just read it for free.
I actually do kind of do something like that. But
you got to be able to thumb through it.
If it's backed and boarded, I don't touch it more often. That's why I'm very selective about the ones that are backed and boarded for me. If they are open, I do want to get a glance at the artwork. I'm not just going to sit there and read the book because of course. But I'm gonna look at it to kind of make my mind.
Like the books in my store, they need to be like somebody needs to know that they can come in and grab that book and go turn it in to get graded. Like nobody's like if somebody wants to go thumb through something, then let's look for a.
I mean, you have a couple reader copies out that people can thumb through, look at the art, check it out.
If I don't, but let's say for instance, if I only get 8 in, you know what I mean? If I only get 8 and there's 7 out there and there's 1 on the wall, like. I don't want somebody to, to thumb through that. Like, I don't mean to be a dick, but it's not being mean to you. I'm taking care of the other person.
Yeah, the people actually want to buy it.
The clientele that actually want to pay.
Well, it's not the person that actually wants to buy it. I want to make sure, I want to maintain that our brand is that I want to maintain like comics. I want to make sure that we're giving people the best possible thing. If something gets opened up and pulled out and stuff and kind of gets nicked around, now are you going to do that? Probably not. So I would ask, for some people, just, hey, bring it up to the register and I'll open it up for you if you want to look through that. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to be a dick to anybody, but I also still want to maintain, the integrity of the comics.
I mean, you want to make sure people are getting the best possible copy they can of their book.
And that's what I want people. I want people to think like, oh shit, this guy's, he's spending he's going the extra mile. He's going in there, he's grabbing the comic, doing this, he's bagging and boarding it, he's taping it. He's putting his fucking stamp on the back with his gangster as fuck.
It's pretty
gangster stamp.
Gangster. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that shit right there.
Boom. No, I get it. But I mean, the problem is, and I think if any other, well, not any other, there's a bunch of creators who are just douches. If any other, a lot of other creators would have said that, this wouldn't even be a conversation. It's because it's Donny Cates, and he is kind of a lightning rod, that this is an issue. Because his point makes a lot of sense, but it's because he's saying that a lot of blowback is coming. I mean, you have the trolls who are like, but Donny, I have no money. I live on a shack. I don't have a comic store within 50 miles of me. I don't have a phone. I don't even know how I'm messaging this.
Then why are you buying comics?
Exactly. Yes. I'm saying you have those trolls.
It always goes back to comics are a luxury. Comics are a luxury. That's all it is. It's great to have them, but you buy comics. They're not going to keep the lights on. You can't eat them. You can. Nope. I've seen Pete eat them, but
the stock market crashes. Guess who's out of business first?
It's luxury items. People that buy stuff out of luxury. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and it's very tumultuous. You're right. If I lose one job, like pull box gone, forget everything because that's the
we're all one paycheck away from not buying comics.
Exactly. That's the first thing to go. So I think it's just because he said it. I mean, we are, or some of us aren't, but I know I am.
Oh, don't say that.
Hey, listen. It's the truth. I mean, I have to.
No, you got to keep coming and buying my comics.
Why do pull boxes? I mean, that's exactly the reason. Like, we dump everything after a week because life happens.
Yeah.
I mean, shit happens. Like within 2 weeks in the summertime, my car's the alternator went out, the battery went out, Jen's car's alternator went out, Jen's alternator battery went out, and my alternator went out on my van.
Oh, and like 3 tires.
Oh, and 3 fucking tires.
Wow.
During the summertime. It was like $3,200 worth of shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, life happens. Like
it's a lot of comic books.
Yeah. If I was buying stuff on eBay, I've been telling a lot of people to go fuck themselves on eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, hypothetically.
Of course.
Well, Donny Cates has got the reputation of being the bad boy of comics. So, I mean, he's saying it, but I think, and the way I look at it is a creator like him who's got like 9 or 10 books he works on every month. I don't think it's hurting him too much, but it's hurting the smaller creators than him personally. So,
I mean, I understand his point on it. Hey, don't download my shit. Go and buy it so that I can get paid. So if people aren't getting paid to make content, then there's going to be no content.
Well, right.
I mean, I get what he's saying.
His other point was, if you're not buying my shit, but you're really liking this story I'm doing, but you're torrenting it, not buying that shit, those numbers don't show. So then Marvel or DC or Image is going to cut that book because it's underperforming when in actuality it's a hot, popular book. You're just choosing to torrent it versus pay it from the store.
Like I said, if you don't buy them, there's no content.
Right.
Thank you for repeating what I said.
There's still going to be a buzz. There's still going to be something out there. Now,
ooh, that's what I have right now.
I mean, we know in the industry, we know what's going to sell. We know what's going to be sold out. We know, but in it's not that like something hot. It's not like that everybody's stealing it. Then all of a sudden there's like, oh, you know what? Shit, we didn't realize that this isn't going to sell. That's not really how it works. People just aren't getting paid as much as they should be. But some of these artists should be getting paid what they should. You know,
I should be getting paid what I should.
I'd be very interested to see what Marvel is paying Donny Cates.
Is Corbin pooping?
Probably.
What'd you say, Brian?
I'd be very interested to see how much Donny Cates is being paid by Marvel. What his salary is.
I'm sure he's making
He's making six figures at least.
Well, I mean, how many books does he have?
Well, they make. I've had personal conversations with a lot of these artists, and they do make, from what I've been told, they make a couple cents off each issue, and they make money for like their art. Like I've talked to them, so I mean, and they don't really specify print runs. They don't tell you that for a reason. So how the fuck do you know what happens? Like I've had these artists like talk to me, and they're like, "So how many copies of this did you buy of mine?" I'm like, I bought 200. I fucking lied. I bought 100, but I bought 200. Like I didn't know. You know what do you tell these artists when they ask you like how many copies you bought? Like, and it's a weird part.
So artists knowing that you're a comic book store owner, they ask you how many issues of their book you bought.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a weird question. Like, why would they even like? That's kind of a weird question to me.
I love.
Well, I mean, I get in fucking some weird ass conversations with people. Like, I'm like, hey, so what's the most fucked up thing about Marvel? Hey, so what's the most fucked up thing about DC? Hey, so tell me this. And then I'm like, so how do you make this money on this? And then they would ask me, so blanks are key, like at Comic-Cons. If you guys have blanks, artists will bend over backwards. Artists, they don't normally think like a lot of business people do. Like artists will go in there and they'll do they'll go do their art and stuff, and they'll go do it personalized for like people. Whereas they could have just went and just done a lot of different sketches. So I'll talk to a lot of these artists, like going in and doing these Comic-Cons. I'll roll in with their own stuff. I'm like, hey, baby, hey, you guys, you want to pick up some of these? Hey, so I'll go hit up like a lot of these artists with their own stuff. So we'll just get through casual conversations through things like that. But yeah, I mean,
that's just interesting though. I've never gone as a comic store. I've always gone as a fanboy. So. You know what I mean? I've always just gone with that one.
See, I've never actually. It's always been a business to me. It's never actually been. I am a fan. I'm a fan of like
making money.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I'd rather go sit there and bullshit with the guy and be like, "Yo, let's go get drunk." You know, I'd rather like try to go do that than like try to. Hey, I don't know. It's fun for me. When you guys go to Comic-Con, you guys get in with me early, like. Get in with me early for like one of the days. We'll go have a blast. Or hey, you know the fun thing? Come set up with me for a con. You go meet everybody. That's what you boys should do.
Well, let's talk about that because that brings up an interesting point that I love to talk to. I try to ask this question to every dealer at cons I can. What is the pre-dealer trading like, or pre-dealer selling like? Is that pretty heavy as we all think it is, and here it is?
Nah, man. Nah. So there's some sharks out there, and those dudes, you know who the sharks are, and they'll run up in your booth and they'll be like, "I'll give you blah 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 blah. This ain't worth shit. Blah 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 blah." And you're like, "Dude, let me get set up first. What? Before you even start talking."
Are they already looking? Are they already looking through your books as you're setting up?
Some people they are, but I mean, you almost have to go like piss on their foot. Like, this is mine. Get off it. Like, swear to Christ. Like, but yeah, a lot of stuff. The best part is the Indicon. That's where people mess up.
Is that a good weed or what?
What did he say?
It sounded like you said Indicon. Yeah, that's a good weed.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be the best name for it. Keeps you up and gets you going.
Yeah. That's the comic book strain, man.
Yeah, I guess that, we always say that be there at the end and make people offers. And I imagine that's what you're doing. You're trying to just sell as much as possible at the end, right?
Bro, you sit there and like when people are literally breaking down their stuff, because security will kind of kick you out, but they won't necessarily kick you out. Like if you're sitting there trying to make deals, and like especially like if you were like are with one of us and we kind of like point, and you're like, yeah, no, yeah, let him stay. Yeah, we're still trying to like. There's no way. Like if you and me are making a deal, there's no way you're leaving my booth. I'm not gonna let it happen. So knowing that, what you can do is you can get a lot of these vendors together, because a lot of these guys are older. They're not wanting to lift everything. And if you want to pick up some stuff and you got some serious cash, my advice is to go there like the few days and then wait till the end, because everybody's
I'm out because that's what I don't have.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, and people come back with so much.
Yeah, my problem that lately with cons is
money.
Yeah, well, not only money, but I'm really, and we talk about a lot on the show. It's getting to a point where there's less comic dealers and more foam swords and peanuts, and it's starting to kind of get annoying because I used to go to cons,
like going to King Kong.
Loving going through the dollar bins, just stacking dollar books away, getting good deals on trades, and then buying major keys. You can't really do that anymore, like as much as you used to. I mean, I remember going to San Diego. I used to go to San Diego year after year in the early 2000s, and I would come back with long boxes of dollar books. I don't see that anymore, especially at the smaller cons or, like the Ace cons or the Phoenix cons.
Because it's getting so expensive for us to put that money in there. So like, is it really worth it that much for us to be able to bring in books that cost?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Like the one thing that I would urge, and you guys know I'm not like one of those PC people who's like, hey guys, let's go do this for the community. But like these library cons, like Corbin, like you guys should be on top of that. Like that'd be one cool thing that you guys should do. Even you guys as a podcast, you guys could even start your own con. Like you guys, Corbin, you got the hookup. You got the hookup with the libraries. Boys, you got the podcast to be able to do that. You guys come up and be able to start your own thing.
I can tell you though, from some library insight, as far as us employees that are in charge of programming, getting that stuff together, we're pretty much on an island. It's kind of crazy because they basically say, oh, you want to do a library con? Great. Can you make sure you get these people here? They make sure the space is available. You have to put everything else together, just you. And then they just give the A-OK to it. So oftentimes you have one person who usually doesn't know comics, just knows books, who reach out to one or two retailers, make sure they make the usual round to, the Arizona Avengers and stuff like that. And then you have a half kind of con. And that's what it is, because they don't put a lot of support into those. But
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Oh. You putting that on.
Yeah, from where I work, they canceled ours. We have there's a whole. We're not having another con. At least where I work, the Chandler Library has one that's been going on for 10 years. Maricopa County had one for a couple years, and then there was controversy regarding.
So I feel like his Gentleman Jack. Oh, Katsuni.
No, there was some controversy involving some drag story time that they wanted at the Comic-Con.
Drag queens and shit?
Yes, and the community reacted, the libraries reacted, and the county said, forget it. So we're not having those anymore.
I was joking.
Oh, I was taking it very seriously about the con. I want one. I wish we had one. And we had one for like 3 years, and they're not having it. But other libraries, like you said, the Channel, the Phoenix, you can lend your support and make those rounds. It just sucks that Arizona especially has to rely on a bunch of those, like 3 or 4 live cons or lib cons a year. And all of them are not that great because comic dealers by and large aren't really coming out. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
Well, they've got a bad reputation.
Talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to library cons just to get some books, and there could not be a single dealer out there. And it was just library inspired comics. Look what we have on our shelves and things of that. Hardcore comic fans aren't going there. It's teens who are kind of getting into comics or into that pop culture. And these days, it's a mix of anime and comics.
Well, bring this idea up to me. Bring this idea up to me in 9 months. I'll take care of this. I'll have the whole valley figured out with this. All right.
All right. I will remember.
We'll cross this bridge in 9 months.
It's live. I'll remember. All right. Got you.
I just need some more pimping to do in June. All right, we lost somebody.
Big pimp. Yeah. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
I'll be back. No, that sucked. Anyway.
So is everybody all caught up on Titans?
Yeah. Finished it, yeah. I'm gonna let Matt go.
The fucking codpiece on Dick Grayson. Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna piss.
Look, there you go. It was instantly Brandon had to go. As soon as he heard that. Ooh.
He had a cod piece, and he's like, "Hold on,
Gotta go. Relieve myself.
That motherfucker is packing. He is fucking, dude. He's got a tripod, dude. That guy's got salami hanging out, dude.
Did you finish Titans?"
No, but I watched that episode. I was fucking pissed. I need to back. I didn't realize that chick that plays Raven is like 15.
Yeah.
I thought she was older.
I thought she was younger, to be honest with you.
I Googled her today, but
I did too. When she becomes Raven after the first episode, I'm like, damn, she looks good. And then I looked her up online. I was like, oh no, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
But like the thing with Deathstroke, I was watching and I was kind of bummed.
Stupid.
I'm not going to give anything away if nobody's actually watched it.
So stupid.
I was kind of bummed though. I'm hoping what it is, it's like not what you think, and then something else happens and he's kicking ass, because Deathstroke is such an awesome character. There's no reason to get rid of him. He should be the constant fucking battle with the Titans.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with him disappearing for a while and then coming back, but the Teen Titans should always be fighting Deathstroke.
He should be a recurring villain. He already has the stakes. I just think with the way that it wrapped up, and again, I guess we're not doing spoilers, so no spoilers. It was just very underwhelming. I was hoping for this just final climatic showdown. I didn't really feel I got that. It just felt weird and disjointed throughout. And you're right, like the way they dispatched, I think I can say that, the antagonist that they built so much up about him over the season just did not sit right to me. The only hope I have is just what you said, Kyle, that he's not
what you think it is. Yes, it's not.
It's not what you think it is.
And I think that's what it is, because he is Slade fucking Wilson. He is Deathstroke. He's always got something up his sleeve. He's not, he's a hard motherfucker. He's a badass. It would be really cool to see Trigun.
He is. He's the villain at the end of the first season. You got to go back and finish watching.
I watched like 4 episodes, and then I watched the last episode that was on. So
yeah, he's in the first episode. Well, he's actually in the first episode.
So you haven't been watching, Kyle, basically. Yeah.
I mean, I'm back, and I finally got a Fire Stick so I can watch Disney. So I watched I'm caught up on Mandalorian now.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been waiting for.
There you go.
Baby Yoda, motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure I fell asleep in the 3rd episode. Because I know he gave little baby Yoda dude away, and then all of a sudden I woke up and he had him again.
You were caught up.
That's like the best episode too, because it's like John Wick and
yeah. Man,
so I woke up and he was they were fighting and they were waiting, like they dug that hole.
Caught up.
I got all caught up in the store, so I'm good. I love how Kyle's like, yeah, man, totally saw this, and I'm all caught up. I fell asleep 45 minutes, but then I saw the end, and I saw season 2 of Titans a lot.
That's what
what's going on. You don't.
Let's go back to Titans real quick before we talk about Mandalorian. So,
good.
Titans, this whole season, I feel like the very last episode took what was a great season and turned it into Batman v Superman in one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how underwhelming the finale was, and they took Deathstroke and they took that situation, but then and he was the villain over the overarching, and then the more the focus was on Connor and Garfield.
By the way, a development that only started coming 4 episodes before.
Right. And then their setup for next season was Ivan Ooze from Power Rangers movie showed up and threw Ivan's ooze on some bitch's face, and then he was like get and shot a shot on her face, and now we're gonna get Blackfire next season. And it's who knows about Blackfire unless you're not a huge fan. It was terrible setup. I just felt like this entire execution of Teen Titan or Titans wasn't even good in the last episode. And you don't even know Dick Grayson's Nightwing. If you don't know, other than the name of the episode, or if you know comic knowledge, you'd be like, who the hell is he supposed to be now? Because he never says I'm Nightwing.
Dude, no one ever asked me.
Except for the huge goddamn codpiece. Fucking I don't know if they're giving a nod to David Bowie or what, but dude, I loved the Nightwing suit.
Oh, it was well done.
Like it
Well
was, they fucking killed it. Like that dude who plays Dick Grayson, except for here being a fucking cop, is awesome. I hate the cop part.
Why?
I just don't like it. I think
Because
it's stupid. What?
Just because he's a cop?
Yeah, I just think it's a stupid, pointless back part that you don't need as Dick Grayson and as being Nightwing. He doesn't need to be a stupid fucking cop.
What was the deal with who they kill off too? Like, where did that come from? And then they're like, oh, she might not be dead. Raven's gonna go back to try to bring her back.
It was so ridiculous. By the way, the fact that, since we already said she died so quickly and pointlessly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like, I looked at it, and I was watching, and it's like, oh, boom. And then, oh, boom, cut to the funeral. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I knew that something was going to happen because it was like 5 minutes left in the damn show. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. The whole season.
She's sitting there going toe-to-toe, punch for punch with Connor, with Superboy, but then a little bit of lightning, and she's out.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Yeah.
I was hoping that is
ridiculous.
I'm hoping that is another thing too, that like something happens and like everything's cool.
Before we transition to Mandalorian, did anyone see the Harley Quinn animated episode?
No.
That was funny.
Oh, what's it on?
It's on DC Universe. It came out. It came out the same day that they both dropped today. So it was the end of Titans, and the Harley Quinn anime show was like the one that's going to keep going from now for the next like 13 weeks or whatever. Like one episode a week. Very, very funny. I loved it. I knew it was going to be like funny and there was going to be some action. It was definitely over the top at parts, but yeah.
Funny like motherfucker.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of that, but it was just especially for people who you could watch it and not know a thing about Batman. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for anybody under the age of 13. Like
Batman?
But exactly, but like it. And then the comic fans who are really into it, even down to what Harley Quinn's wearing at certain points in the show. So many Easter eggs. It was really, really good. Like they did a great job on that.
Is that the one with Kaylee Cuoco?
So weird.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and her voice, she's okay. She didn't try to do any of like the homage to the earlier Joker, like Harley Quinn. It's really just her voice. But you guys should check it out. It's funny. There's an actual coherent plot throughout, and there's a lot of laughs in it.
Is Brandon doing his own podcast?
I'm talking to my wife. Nobody's fucking talking to me.
I'm just playing.
Oh man. And now it's dead. No, but anyway, that's my recommendation for the week. Check out the Harley Quinn animated series.
You do the podcast drinking game. He does the podcast within a podcast.
Oh yeah,
It's a podcast within a podcast.
I'm like one of those Russian dolls. I'll just put shit inside shit inside shit inside shit.
He's a nesting doll. He runs a nesting podcast. But yeah,
well, at least I didn't take off on you. Where the friggin' Brian at?
Brian is doing the top 10 list. So Brian, he does the top 10 hot comics of the week for CBSI for the Tales from the Flip Side.
Okay.
He does these are the top 10 books to speculate on. And then he'll be back in like 20 minutes.
He leaves our show to go become part of the problem, and then he comes back. The part of the market problem, and then comes back. That's why you got stupid books selling for.
It's called the Hot 10. So if anybody's into that, wondering what the hot books to buy are, they do a whole show on it.
Yeah. Wow.
If you want to find someone to blame why Batwoman Beyond sells like fire one week and then drops the next, it's people like him.
Yeah, I know about those dudes.
Shots fired.
I'm just kidding. But so Mandalorian, this episode was good, and I was surprised to see it was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. So it was interesting to see.
Wow. I was trying to figure out why it was directed so much better than the other 3 episodes. I'm just joking. I really didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah,
she was Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man 3.
She's Ron Howard's daughter. So
yeah, she's Ron Howard's daughter.
She's
all those
badass.
Jurassic Park movies recently. Yeah,
she's an actual fighter.
Corbin's a fighter.
I am.
That actress, the actress that played what's her name?
Oh, in episode 4.
You know she's an actual cage fighter
Yeah, she's an MMA fighter.
or MMA.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Badass McGee.
Right.
Badass McGee works.
So I really got to go back and watch episode 3. I take it.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I didn't realize I fell asleep then.
Dude, you missed like epic, like badass shit.
I swear
like,
to God, I remember him giving Baby Yoda, getting all of the, and then he gets his new suit.
Okay.
Right? And then I woke up, and then they were going to say, hey, you guys dig this big pit so it falls into it. And then they're
that's totally exactly how they said it. But yes, go on. Go on.
Her name is Gina Carino.
And then I remember that fight scene coming on, so I missed an entire episode then.
Well, no, I mean, we still got the fight scene. What do you remember in the fight scene? What happened? Let's go. Come on. Keep on clarifying. Let's go.
I remember Chick said, give me that rifle. I'm going to run up and jump in the water, and I'm going to shoot it.
What did that look like? Reenact
wait,
Brandon wants to see the scene.
Hold on. So you fell asleep in episode 3 and woke up in episode 4?
He's almost going to do it.
So, but that's what no one's connecting the dots. Is he fell asleep in episode 3 and he woke up in episode 4?
Reenact the scene. Why are you stopping him?
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, look.
Because it makes no sense.
Right. So how did it go? I think he had it like more like towards his chest. Put down the drink. Let's see it. Go.
Pew, 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 pew. No, and I was like, Jesus Christ. But I guess I missed the whole episode. I'll have to go back to the episode.
No. Start from what you remember. I think you're on the pew 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 track.
This is that high content right here. This is a fully comprehensive Mandalorian recap for those who missed it.
Yeah.
So everybody missed episode 4. You hear a lot of pew pew pew.
Sorry for all the advanced spoilers, guys. This is crazy. Oh man.
Hold on, let me pour some more Jack Daniels.
I think you're losing right there.
What?
Like that whole thing should be gone by now, right?
Yeah, he plays it out for the drinking game.
Oh, okay.
It's getting serious now. He doesn't have a chaser. He's just going straight.
Fuck it.
Yeah. That's the kind of mark I put on people. They just see me and want to drink. I know that's what my mother used to say.
Brandon, I see you and it makes me want to do this.
Mommy, stop saying those things.
Oh my god.
Think that you're here, Brandon.
Dig a hole. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, that's what happened. They're like, hey, you 10 people take sticks. The rest of us are going to have pew pew pews. And then this huge thing is going to come out of the woods with a spotlight. And then you guys are going to have just sticks. So you guys are fucked. And we're going to shoot pew pew pews.
Pew pew pew.
No, this episode will not have any blowjob. And I will not show how to give fellatio this episode.
Definitely don't do that.
I don't know if anybody watches I just thought it was funny. I don't know if anyone watches The Good Place, but one of the guys from the fishing village
Now that's a transition.
It plays Pillboy in the Good Place, and it was just funny for me personally, like connecting those two, just thinking of the role he plays in that show versus what he was playing in The Mandalorian.
I like that the one episode the Baby Yoda took like a 20-minute nap for the entire episode.
He used a little bit of force power, then took a fatty nap.
Dude, that's what everybody else did after Turkey Day. So I don't blame them.
Do you guys watch it like with the captions on, like where you kind of like see it's like it'll be like Baby Yoda cough. Like, it's kind of funny. Like,
kind of cough. I'm sorry.
Baby Yoda makes a shit ton of noise that you don't even realize.
Baby Yoda does a lot of.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard that noise yet. That's a different dialect I've never heard.
I totally did it. I heard it. I fucking heard
It
it.
isn't looking like I'm like missing a tooth.
Pew pew pew.
Pew pew pew. Shit.
All right, Matt. What do we have next?
I'm still waiting for you to reenact more of The Mandalorian.
Dude, that
Oh,
was the
yeah.
episode. Wait. What happened after that?
I want to hear.
I'm gonna leave Baby Yoda here.
Well, now knowing that you
No,
fell
no, no.
asleep.
Take
Hold
Baby
on.
Yoda down.
Now
I'm
knowing.
sorry. I'm gonna give Baby Yoda a hug because I'm a little kid and I miss Baby Yoda.
Hold on. Now knowing that you fell asleep in episode 3 and woke up midway through episode 4, I want to see your reenactment of what you remember.
I just did it.
You don't raise your hand.
One more time.
I
then.
totally
One more
told you everything I remember.
One more time with feeling.
That was like the last, dude. I can't put any more feeling in the last 5 minutes.
So, since we have a comic shop owner here, I want to get your opinion on the news that came out there, Brandon, about Diamond accidentally leaking Marvel's ordering dates and release dates for upcoming books.
I thought what they did was they released comic book owners' info.
Was it their info?
Comic book shop owners' information. Their personal information is what they leaked.
Yeah, ordering data.
Yeah, of Marvel. Their personal data on what they order from Marvel. Were you part of that, Brandon?
My wife's telling me. Wait, what?
Wait, come sit down and tell us.
Hey, hold on, boys.
So it's like somebody at Diamond accidentally attached a file to emails that went out to approximately 200 Diamond account holders that contained ordering and information data from other customers. They realized it about not too long afterwards and told everybody to delete that email, please. But
People just spread it because they're rat
well, I don't know if
fucks.
they spread it or not. I don't know how
email in error
would be to the average comic book store owner, but 200 people were accidentally sent information like it was the wrong file.
I didn't get the information. Nor would I give a fuck about anybody else's information. Now, I could see where this, like, let's say for instance, if I was in New York or if I was in LA, or they're like competing like stores around me, and you're actually seeing like what kind of ratio variance that they're getting, like if they're getting a bunch of like 1 out of 2,000s or 1 out of 1,000s.
But does it really matter though what they're ordering? Would you see what they order?
A little bit, because then you could kind of like bounce off. You could kind of have sales like kind of like on what they could do. Like there's things that there.
Yeah, but you're kind of speculating, aren't you?
I'm sorry.
Like, aren't you just kind of speculating? Is he really selling 400 books of that title, or is he just buying a shitload so he can get that variant? Like, I mean, you really is that what's kind of what you kind of would have to do?
I can see both sides. Yes. Is it going to be that big of a difference? No. But do I want other people knowing my information?
Oh, hell no.
Definitely not. You know, I don't want anybody. That's in nobody's business.
I mean, that's just like, how do you accidentally fucking do that?
I mean, shit happens. Mistakes happen.
I mean, that means you have to accidentally open up your email. You have to accidentally scroll down to attach. And you have to accidentally click on it. Then you have to accidentally fucking select that file. And then you have to accidentally press send. Like, there's like 7 accidents you have to do to make that happen. And then you have to accidentally send it out to 200 people.
There's a lot of you gotta.
That's a lot of accidents. You don't accidentally.
I can't really speculate on like what really would happen with any of that.
Or
I'm speculate right now.
Unless he's got it like Outlook and he's trying to send it to somebody else and accidentally sends it to the wrong like email group.
Like a drunk text.
Yeah.
But tons of dudes.
All 5.
You know what Diamond should do? There's a program you can download that says, "Are you sure you want to send it to these people?" And you can double check.
I'm sure that there is, Kyle, but I'm also sure.
I know there is for a fact.
I'm probably sure the person who made the error wasn't aware of that until afterwards. I'm sure they know now, though.
I'm pretty sure they had to. That's too. I don't know. That's too many. They did it on purpose. I'm fucking saying it. I don't give a shit. With confidence, I'm saying that motherfucker said it. They did it on purpose.
You think so?
Oh yeah. There's too many steps involved to do that.
I mean, it's not going to give you that big of an advantage over anything. You know, it's just
the fact that it's a shitty thing that they did. Like I mean, it really okay. Now you know that comic book store B ordered 400 issues. That's all you really know. That they ordered too many goddamn shitty Marvel titles.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
that's really what it boils down to.
It just if you're in competition with another store on there, it's just showing each other how much you each order. Like it.
But what are the odds that you added? I mean, how many stores are there across the country that have a Diamond account? What do you say?
1,300.
1,300? So out of all those stores, you got 200 out of 1,300. The odds of you getting fucking Joe Blow store down the street is pretty slim.
Yeah.
Grand scheme of things, because you really, like Brandon, you don't care about the comic book store in North Carolina. They don't mean
no,
shit.
but nor do I give a shit about the comic book store right down the street, because I don't feel like any of these people are on my level. Like I don't care about these people. Like I really
You shouldn't. You should only take care of your store and your customers, and that's all that matters. As long as you're doing everything that you can do, then it really doesn't matter, right?
exactly.
I mean, if you spend so much time worrying about fucking the down the street shop, then you have more problems.
Yeah, I'm more curious about Corbin's fucking Brittany Griner's tattoo.
See, that's the stuff you shouldn't be worried about, though.
Right?
That's mine. No, I'm playing. No, I get it. I think
want
a
to see
certain
a
level
Stanley
of
tramp stamp. That's what I'm waiting to see.
Fine.
Fine.
Nah, remember, I got the tramp stamp, fool. Oh, shit.
What is going on here?
Oh my god! Oh fuck, that's fucking.
I just saw Corbin's ass.
Hashtag blackout.
Hold on, I'm sweating here now. Let me cool myself down.
Hey,
Corbin, how come you don't got my shirt on?
hey, you know I didn't change. It's the same shirt I had when I came. I've been running
Hey,
around.
if I had a shirt, I'd be fucking wearing it right now.
Welcome
Corbin,
back. Welcome
it's a
back
fire
to the
shirt.
Corbin stayed the night at my house. He took my hockey jersey home.
Oh,
Hey,
that's cute. The walk of shame.
He told me he'd wear it.
For those pictures. The
I mean-
Absolute Geek Patreon account. I'll release them.
Hold on, I just want to make sure that we got everyone back after the full lunar eclipse we just had.
Okay. That's probably the best thing they've seen all night.
I don't know.
Best show in the house.
Between
Something that I'll
dick
never
pics and
forget.
Corbin's ass. I don't know what's going on. This show is
Hey.
officially off the
That
rails.
was a lot of ass.
Yeah. You even kind of backed it up a little bit. You were doing a little bit of a twerk.
Did you see him
Well,
kind
I
of
had to make sure the angle was right.
Fucking Corbin's on.
Michael said we just lost listeners. Michael, I would say we gained some.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I would say.
What's up, Jay?
Corbin has a delay. Maybe I need to leave the show and come back.
No,
You
sir.
have a mad delay. I think it's your Wi-Fi
It probably is my Wi-Fi. I know exactly what the reason is, but let me leave and come back.
because you're downloading
Oh my
porn.
God. For downloading
no,
porn.
not
Why
at
would you
all.
download it? You could just stream.
He's torrenting comics, guys. He's torrenting comics. That's what
Torrenting-
we
Never.
torrenting
Donny Cates
porn.
might be watching.
Yep.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm playing. I'll be back in a second.
Oh my god.
Just when I was about to ask him his opinion on something, and he wants to leave. So that's what we do here.
Yeah. There's Corbin for you.
He's got to go get another tattoo.
Dude.
So let's talk real quick about Kyle. I know you were laughing about this earlier today. Robert Pattinson forcing the production of the Batman movie to go be delayed because he's having trouble bulking up.
That's
Wasn't-
hilarious.
Wasn't there a discussion on this show a few episodes back where we were talking about how Batman needs to be bulky, and people were saying no, he doesn't need to be bulky. He could be a more slender Christian Bale type Batman.
Well, I mean, he's kind of a scrawny fuck, so he does need to bulk up a little bit. Like even Christian Bale bulked up a little bit. He's gotta rip up a little bit to be. I mean, you have to be in fucking shape to be in Batman. You can't have fat Batman. Fat Flash works, but fat Batman does not.
How the fuck does fat Flash work?
I don't know. I seen it, dude. He was racing a car, man. He fucking ran faster than it. I see the fucking GIF.
Michael says that Corbin is downloading Gotham by Asslight on YouPorn.
Did you guys ever hear the story about fucking Corbin buying like pirated VHS tapes at AceCon?
Yes.
Yes. It's awesome.
Does it at Phoenix Comic Con too.
Wait, he did it more than once?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
He
so.
did it again?
I can't remember what it was he bought. He bought, I want to say.
Dude, somebody should start their own booth just for Corbins.
Here is the Corbin bootleg booth. I mean, he's got to. I mean, if he should have his own person that's helping him bulk up. Maybe that guy is what failed him.
Well, he needs to call whoever helped Chris Pratt out because he went from doughy dad bod in Parks and Rec to chiseled as shit as Star-Lord. So
I don't know. In Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he did. You know, he was one sandwich away from being fat.
Yeah.
So
I definitely don't think Corbin can afford that guy.
But I mean, the dude for
That was a joke, Matt. Laugh.
Oh, he doesn't do that. He's fucking
I don't
dry.
laugh. Yeah.
Unless someone's demonstrating fellatio, he doesn't laugh.
Yeah. That's the
Demonstrating fellatio.
Oh, you'll have to watch the last episode. If you can get through the Corbin screaming on top of everybody, if you could get through that, then you can watch me demonstrate how awesome fellatio is.
Awesome.
I even spit on it.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ.
'Cause nothing is complete unless you spit on it.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Anyways, you were saying about Robert Pattinson, Kyle, before you started talking about giving head.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah,
I think if he's not bulking up, then it's his trainer's fault. That's what I think. Or maybe he doesn't give a fuck about bulking up. I don't know. Fuck him. He's a fucking vampire. Fuck him. He doesn't need to be Batman anyway.
Or it goes to he's not dedicated. Yeah, he's not dedicated to his workout routine.
Or something, just has a really high metabolism, and so he can't gain muscle. He just like loses weight when he works out or something.
Here, you want to tell these fuckers?
No.
He is a vampire, so it is hard.
Yeah, no. So what the articles were saying was like, I forget what the weird term was. It's probably like a guy gym term to make excuses for things, but it was something about like he can't gain weight because he has a really high metabolism, and so when he works out, he just loses weight instead of like gaining muscle or something. I don't know what it was.
Get him on a high regimen of steroids.
Like a high burner
fuck
or
yeah.
something. It was like they used some weird word like high burner or something, and like it just sounded like it was part of the stove. Which
I'm sorry. That was actually me responding to the chat. I'm sorry. That was not intended for anything else. But...
Get him on some high steroids.
Oh shit!
What did you do, Kyle?
Smacking my fucking computer around. Fuck you, computer.
Welcome back, Corbin.
Hey, I'm here.
Corbin.
How's the delay?
Corbin, Michael B. Jordan you're good. Michael B. Jordan, Superman. You in or out?
Yeah, man, I like Michael B. Jordan. Why not?
I think he's a terrible actor.
Fuck. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry,
Hey,
Kyle.
don't you fucking disagree with me and start over fucking yelling at me?
Hey, listen. If you take my
Because we
side,
got
we won't be
complaints
arguing.
about that. So
Take my side. We're not going to argue.
Hey,
What has Michael B. Jordan done? Okay,
There's
what's
no
that?
more of that.
Wait.
What happened to Brandon?
He left. He doesn't like the Michael B. Jordan talk.
What the fuck?
I think it was an accident.
Everyone's leaving.
Is that true? Because I came back on? I know what this is about.
Corbin starts screaming, so
I literally started lowering my voice.
What happened to Brandon?
he left. He said he got sick of
Like,
you. He said he did not appreciate you performing a fellatio while his wife was talking, so he left.
I mean, that'll do it.
That was no insult to him nor his wife. Let me put that out there.
We didn't lose anybody. We're going good.
No, we lost Brandon. Can't you see there's only 3 of us?
Oh, I meant on the chat. I thought we were talking about. Okay.
Oh, everybody in the chat's fucking awesome. I fucking love you guys. No, I'm talking about Brandon.
guys and gals, everybody.
What the
He's,
fuck? Brandon
he's
bailed on
out.
us.
He just caught up to his delay. Caught up to you doing that, and he's like, "I'm out. I'm done." He's done. He's had enough.
We ain't doing no fucking store exclusives with you, motherfuckers.
Yeah. He said,
I'm
"See
just-
this right here? That's what I'm doing. Just dropping out."
Peace.
So, but I'm just saying, what do you think? I think he's a terrible actor. I thought he was fucking shitty in Black Panther.
Are you serious?
Yo,
No.
okay.
No, he was the highlight of Black Panther.
I'm a
highlight
fucking
of Black
villain.
No, highlight.
You fucking killed my dick.
Highlight.
Fuck that shit. Guy's a terrible
Matt?
actor.
Are you serious, Matt?
I didn't mean to mute you.
Oh, okay. I'm about to
I hit the wrong thing.
get fired up.
Let's
Literally,
not get fired up where
actor
you're
in
yelling
Black
over
Panther.
people. All right.
All right, I'm a
Hey.
best actor in Black Panther. Done. I liked him better than Chadwick Boseman. I love Chadwick, but I just didn't like his performance in Black Panther. I think Michael B. Jordan, I don't even think he's overrated. I think he's a solid actor who's actually shown some growth as an actor. Why would he not make a good Superman, Kyle?
I've already seen him as
But he's
Superman.
black?
It's called Chronicle.
Just kidding.
Thank you. Good night.
No. Chronicle was an okay movie.
You think he'd be a good Superman?
Why
don't.
not? I'm of the opinion, why not?
He's fucking scrawny.
I'm right on there with Kyle.
He bulks up. Have you not seen Creed 1 or 2?
Listen, I think
I have
castings. I think
Hey, that shit's on
castings-
Hulu.
It is on
Then you
Hulu.
should watch it. You probably gonna fall asleep through half the movie, wake up at the end and be like, yeah, I saw yeah. Pew pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew. I'm so sorry,
okay.
Brandon, if I offended you.
Look, I agree with Kyle. The casting's all wrong. If you want to get it casted right, have him play Black Adam and let The Rock play Black Superman. Then that's more a better casting.
No.
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
there's some level of Scarlett Johansson playing. That's some appropriation shit.
The
The Rock,
Rock
playing a Black
is-
Superman.
Yeah, because The
No,
Rock
how
is basically
about a black
Superman.
man play the Black Superman?
The Rock
Not
is
from
black.
on the fence.
Why are
Not
you
from on the fence?
Who are you to question The Rock's
Me.
race?
I'm just saying. You question about casting him in that role. That's horrible.
Nah.
Chad, he's a big name actor. No name actors only. Chad, please.
I just think, dude, I like Michael B. Jordan, but I don't think he's the right actor to play Superman. It's not.
Tim, have you not seen Fruitville Station? He's been very good in movies. He was okay in Chronicle.
But then you watch like
Terrible
Fahrenheit 451 and
I mean, those movies weren't good to begin with.
Fuck is that?
Fantastic Four,
terrible.
same thing.
yeah.
I'm not saying he's a world-changing actor, but come on, let's
He
not
was
like
in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, he was the new Johnny. He was he was the new Johnny Storm in Fantastic
And now that
Four.
one I didn't think was a
That's
good
good.
casting.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a fucking terrible. That dude fucking.
That movie sucked. Nope, I
That
grade
dude
all
should
those actors on the
Quit
film. That
acting
movie
and
sucked.
find another job.
That movie sucked. Okay, that was the problem there. Come on, guys. Let's be real here. Let's take off the lens. Let's just objectively look at things. I know it's hard for you, Kyle. Let's try that, and you can see that it might possibly work.
Brandon won't even respond to my text messages.
Dude. You got him heated, bro.
Oh my god, that didn't take long.
He's done with you, bro.
I think he probably hasn't gone back to his phone.
He's got you on block, son. Like he went and blocked you right away.
I feel bad now.
You're
You
blocked.
should.
I'm over it. Hold on.
Your take two. So he was good in some movie that 3 people have watched. Tim, you're being ridiculous. More than 3 people have watched
I
that.
agree with Tim.
Just a minute. People just don't like Michael B. Jordan. That's fine. You guys could also all be wrong, and that's fine too. It happens.
I don't care who plays
It happens.
Superman, but they got to have that chiseled that chin. And
Chiseled
Michael
chin?
Jordan
He's
not
gotta have some
a
chiseled chin.
I do not have any gin. I have chiseled.
I'm done with John
Episode is
Caston.
brought to you by
When I want to talk movie
Jack.
casting, I'll go to Couch Countries to get a real opinion.
Wow.
If I wanted a real opinion, I'd go I'm gonna. If I wanted a real opinion, I'd go to Tales from the Spinner Rack.
Hey, that is a good opinion.
Oh, that was funny.
What?
I give that 1.5 couch cushions.
That's a flub for me, dog. It's a flub for me, dog.
Oh, I feel bad if I really piss off Brandon. It wasn't my intent. So
Oh, dude, you made him so mad.
What happened?
He just fucking bailed on us.
Yeah, dude. Kyle was performing fellatio while his wife was talking, and Brandon was like, "I'm out." He's like, "I'm done."
So Kyle's got to find a comic shop now. Yeah, probably. But Kyle, yeah.
Oh
One of
man,
them discounts.
that didn't take long.
No, there goes your live show from there.
Fuck. Damn, I feel bad. Shout out to Brandon. I'm sorry, dude.
And he made some bold statements there. That was interesting.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That fuck all the other shops statement. That was a tight statement.
Hey, you know what though? When you're a business, you've got to. It's all about me. It's not.
That's a bold statement, Cotton. I'm interested to see if that pays off for him.
Who? Cotton?
I think you kind of have to have a confidence. I don't know how cutthroat the comic store industry is, but maybe that's that kind of us against the world mentality.
That's definitely one thing he's not lacking is confidence.
No, he definitely has that in spades. Brandon is a confident person.
Oh my god, he won't even respond to shit.
But is he seeing it? He just might not be seeing it.
No, he's not even looking at it.
Maybe if Corbin texts him.
Corbin texts him, asking what happened.
He likes him some Corbin.
Listen, everyone likes him some Corbin. Yeah. I'm a good guy.
Not everybody likes him some Corbin.
Who doesn't?
We'll talk about that later.
We will, definitely.
So, opinions, Snyder Cut coming to HBO Max.
I'm so fucking tired of it. I don't even give a shit.
So, my question is, what happens to the fandom when the Snyder Cut comes out and it's equally as much ass as the Joss Whedon cut?
Honestly, I don't even give a fuck. Who cares? Like, how long have we been talking about that? Like a year, 2 years?
Yep.
Oh my god, just either shit or get off the fucking pot. We're kind of what we're at now.
Well, the other problem is they're saying that it's not even finished. The Snyder Cut was not even ever finished.
Who cares?
So
they put it out anyway. Whatever's there, if it's choppy, just whatever.
Release the cut, you cowards.
I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing that there's billboards for it. I'm tired of people talking about it. If do it or don't do it. Make up your goddamn mind. If you're not gonna do it, then quit fucking talking about it.
Kyle, did you say that you watched the show End of the Effing World on Netflix?
No, I did not. I tried. It's
that's right. That's
awful.
That's Lance. I'm sorry. I get you guys confused all the time.
Wow. Yeah, I look so much like Lance.
You and Lance.
Have you heard that before, though?
Twins.
It's the hair.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is the hair in the 5 o'clock shadow.
And unmatched talent for movies and casting choices.
Are any of you guys still watching Watchmen?
No.
Never. Can't start something you never did.
Oh, yeah.
Watchmen got really good, guys. Sorry to say.
Dude, I tried so hard to put HBO Go on my Fire Stick, man. I can't do it. I got locked out of my DirecTV account because of it.
Really? Because
since DirecTV is tied with AT&T, it asks for a username. But when you go on HBO Go to put it on, it's asking for a email. And for some reason, it keeps telling me no. But I'm logged into my DirecTV account as I'm trying to log into my HBO Go account.
I can't remember if it's HBO.
Brandon said he's eating dinner.
Oh.
You know what hey, Brandon. Hey, guys, I'm going to go eat dinner. I'll see you later.
Right?
What the fuck? But, dude, yeah. That's so funny. I'm going to write, ha, ha, ha. Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, man.
Speaking of that, guys, heads up. Yeah. I'm a little tired. I'm not going to bed.
But, yeah, I guess I'll try it again and I'll watch it. I only watched episode 1, so.
Yeah.
It does take me a while to get around to watching things. I just watched Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's good. The World According to Jeff Goldblum is good too.
Sorry.
I don't care about that.
Funny stuff. I don't fuck care about that.
Don't fuck care about that. God damn it!
But
I'm out of Red Bull. I drink 24 ounces of Red Bull.
what else? Did you guys? Anything else you guys want to talk about this week? Anything else interesting happened to you guys over Thanksgiving?
I would like to talk about. No, I don't have nothing.
Same.
Dude, I had a great Thanksgiving. I don't know about you guys, man, but it was fucking nice.
Mine was all right.
Same.
Food and family. That's about what Thanksgiving is.
God damn, you're descriptive motherfuckers, man. Gee, I mean, the way you guys tell stories, it's like painting a fucking picture.
Well, let me ask you this. All right, real quick. So last night. I went to Surprise Comics for their midnight comic sale, and first 100 people got this comic box right here. So they were calling them surprise boxes, and for $39, it was $39 for one, or $100 for two, and like you had a chance to win like Spider-Man 122, the first appearance of the black-suited Spider-Man, a couple of different key issues like that, but there were hundreds of these boxes. Would you guys partake in some kind of box giveaway or a box sale like that, where you have the off chance to potentially buy some keys, or would you pass it up because you're worried that the value of the books you're getting isn't worth the money you're spending?
It depends on the price for me. I mean, I'm one of the guys who still buy the books to read them first and foremost. I'm not in that stage where I'm selling or keeping key issues like that locked up. So if it's for a reasonable price, I love mystery boxes. Sure, why not?
Once in a while, it's fun to buy mystery boxes.
Yeah, but do you think a $40 price point for a mystery box is worth it, or would you be like, there better be a $40 value in this mystery box?
If there's the potential to get some cool key books, if you get them or not, as long as you know there's some cool shit.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. One time I bought it's a mystery short box of image books, and I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of cool!" So I bought it, and it was like, it said guaranteed no duplicates, motherfucker. I had fucking Spawn Medieval #2. I had like 27 copies of it. But it's just cool once in a while to say, what am I gonna get? It's just, I wouldn't do it all the time, but I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, depends on the price point.
I'll be right back
If it's something for me, it better have some value. And if I'm not getting a key, that's fine. But at least have some solid books. I don't want a whole bunch of, say, Vigilante or something when I pay $40 for like 12 to 13 issues of Vigilante, because then I'll be pissed off. And that would annoy me. If I don't get, say, a Spider-Man 122, but I get some solid books aside from that, I'm fine with that. Even if it's something recent, but they were good stories or good books, then sure, let's do that. If not, then no. And I think I would pay somewhere between 20 and 40. That's how most mystery boxes go these days. You'll see some crazy outlandish 50, 60 boxes. I'm not doing that. Especially since the risk to reward is more there's more variance there. And then I could end up with a box I paid $50 for that had literally nothing. And that could be annoying. But if the value compensates enough, I figure why not? I do like them, so it's not really, the worst thing to do. But yeah.
So did you go comic book Black Friday shopping today?
I dropped by Brandon's today, and then I went to my own store, but not really for Black Friday shopping. I went to Brandon's to say hello. I bought a dope shirt from him and some books. I went to Zia's. I got this really cool. They had a big sale. Like, I think it was buy 3 things, get 1 free, all sorts of deals. I got this really cool Civil War like deluxe edition. So it has the book, and then basically has a whole nother book in the volume with like detailed notes on each page and one-on-ones with Mark Millar and all the other authors, artists, the creative team, and everything. It's really good. I got that for like $12, $13. So I was happy with that. And then I finally went to my store and just picked up a few books I had left over from my last pull box, as well as a Spawn Batman, because I see one of those, I'm buying one of those. And that was it. So I didn't really go too crazy, and I'm happy about it. Wasn't anything really to go too crazy about, especially for comics. I was going to get a new phone, but I'm sitting there going, like, there was no deals I saw for that, at least the phone I want. It's like, well, if that's the case, am I getting the phone now or does it matter? So it was nice to go out and buy some books, but I definitely wasn't up like 7, 8 in the morning to go to these shops. I kind of did it along the way of my day. It's my one day off, so make it count.
Nice. I went Black Friday shopping for podcasting gear.
You've been loading up on that, man. Like we about to do something big.
I just bought new headphones, and then I bought
You need a mic like this, bro.
a little piece of equipment today that I gotta set up and figure out how to work. So, super excited about that.
Tim, I have to ask you a question. Do you buy comic mystery boxes?
I don't buy comic mystery boxes, no, because I'm a cheap asshole, and I want to make sure I'm getting my values worth.
Michael, I agree with you. I pay 40 to get a box of 90s. I'm hitting somebody. Yeah.
90 comics, I'm hitting them.
Well, what I try to assume when people do mystery boxes is they're making it worth your time. For people to go in and give you complete and total garbage is shitty.
Yeah.
Like go into it knowing that, you know what, hey, there's a chance I'm gonna break even if anything, but there's a chance I might get something cool.
And that's the goal. That's always the hope.
Yeah, like I don't mind, like, you know, as long as I'm breaking even a little bit under, like it's just fun to see what am I gonna get. That's kind of cool.
That's exciting. I agree. It's one of the lures of the deal.
You know going into it though, and that was part of my thing. You know going into it that like one of the books was Fantastic Four First Galactus. They had, like I said, Spider-Man 122, the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man. And like you knew they had all these books, but you're looking at these boxes and there's hundreds of them, and your odds aren't very good.
The odds are not in your favor,
right? And that's where I'm like, okay, so you're tossing them $40, but your odds aren't very good. So is what you're gonna get gonna be worth that $40 that you could have spent on something that you know what you're getting?
Exactly. What's the cost benefit of that?
I don't know. Those are fun to me though.
Like that's what
I get it. That's the excitement there.
That's what's always piqued my curiosity about people who go to conventions and they spend hundreds of dollars on these mystery boxes. Like you see them walking all over the place with these like Super Mario box mystery boxes, and you see, you know, it's just interesting to see what people will just throw their money away on.
I mean, I only buy them if like I'm friends with a guy and they have a mystery box, or whatever. I'm not, or I think it's a really good deal. I'm not going to Comic Cons and doing that. No, that's dumb to me. But I get why people do it. That's just dumb to me. I think it's about having fun. What's the excitement of mystery box? What's in there? You don't know.
Yeah,
like, it's fun. Cool. It's fun. And for those who do it and have the financial means to do that, by all means, get your money, get it, and have fun doing it. I don't think we can jump on people or down people for that. It's part of the excitement. I just hate when it's done and there's some real duds in there on purpose. Like I think if you're going to spend a premium price point for some books, regardless of the value, make it that at best, like Kyle said, you're breaking even, or at worst you're breaking even. At best, you're walking away with some really cool stuff. Don't make it that some are really, really cool and some are really, really trash, and you're paying 40 or 60 or whatever for all of that, because that to me is just a ripoff at the end of the day.
But then it's also a ploy, because you're like, hey, do you want this Spider-Man 122, or do you want what's in the mystery box? And you're like, ooh, you know, and then you're starting to question like, what could be in that mystery box? So then do you take the 122 or do you go with the mystery box?
I mean, if that's the case, I'd probably take what's a given. I'm not gonna play games with that. If it's a sure deal, it's mine. Yeah, it's pretty much the end of that.
I was just wondering because like I said, I've always like I'm not one of the people that buy a big into the mystery box. Cause I'm like I want return on investment, but at the end of the day, I know Corbin, you do the mystery boxes. I just was kind of curious.
Yeah, I mean, I've done them. Okay, so I've done them what 6 times now. You've
done what 6 times?
Mystery boxes.
Oh, have you really?
Space sex experimentation, but I'd be messing with you, Kyle. No, I have. I bought one. I forgot the comic store. They had a DC and a Marvel themed box, and that was cool. I got some from Brandon's Comics. It was cool. I did get a total dud from a store I'm not going to mention. That was horrible. And that's really it. It's kind of mixed. Most of the time, it's more like, oh, what the like that sort of mindset. I'm not really, I might get this. I don't really expect much to begin with. I just hope not to get anything that's just trash. And that's the excitement there. When I go to Comic Cons, there's too much time for me and too much money I'm spending on things I actually see and know are a given that I do not buy mystery boxes over there. No, but like if I go to Zia's and I'm looking through some books and they have like a $3 grab bag, sure. Why not? I mean, and half the time they don't even know what's really in there. Those kinds of stores, they don't really have comic experts like that. So you might actually find some really cool things in there.
Like Michael says in the chat, you're playing Deal or No Deal at the comic book store.
Yeah.
It's cool once in a while. I mean, I'll always go back around and say that. I
avoid it as a rule at the Comic Cons. At the comic book stores that have a relationship with them, why not? And that's kind of what I've done. All of mine have been bought at the stores. There was one I bought at the con, but that was from Brandon, which doesn't even count because like I buy it from the store. So
damn, you're saying Brandon doesn't count?
No, I'm saying that buying it from Brandon's booth at the Comic Con doesn't count because I bought. Oh, you're being funny, Kyle. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Damn.
Got work at like 6, and I'm not happy for it. But anywho. Yeah, I think there's a certain allure to the mystery box. I just as dealers, just don't rip people off with them. I think there should be something cool in every box. I don't obviously make them or assemble them, but something that like objectively could be considered cool. Not something like, oh yeah, this Spawn 291 was a really good book to me, so I'm gonna throw it in there. I don't even know. I'm just throwing out a book and a number. Make it something that you can like share with others and go, okay, wow, you got a good book here. Oh wow, you got a cool run, a nice set. Not just a thing of, like I said, 90s vigilante, but like not the good ones, and like paid $40-$45 for that.
It would be cool if the way they did is even if you got a little bit of like fodder, as long as you got like a decent book, like just a couple decent things. It doesn't need to be like, like a fucking New Mutants 98 or nothing. Mm-hmm. But like, if you just got some pretty cool stuff, it'd be worth it.
Yeah. It all depends. You're right. But just having that sort of benchmark, I think, should be a rule for comic shops doing those or Comic Cons doing those, because you are putting a higher price point on those books, and you probably know the individual value of them separately would not be worth what it ultimately is to pay for the box itself.
Yeah.
Open the box and you're getting, I don't know, the box. 80 short run series that are like for $1 or $2 a piece, and you paid $40 for them mugs. Kind of annoying.
Pay $40 for them mugs, huh?
$40 for the mugs. Yes, sir.
Gentleman Jack. This issue of Absolute Geek Podcast is sponsored by Gentleman Jack and Red Bull. Just to let you know.
Good plug. You guys got anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Bobby.
What do you think of the season, the mid-season finale of Walking Dead, Matt?
I don't know. I kind of thought it sucked.
Why?
I don't know, dude.
Do you think it's because The Walking Dead has they have given themselves this plateau, and when they don't live up to it, people are now disappointed because they have made themselves so high?
I think last season was so hype and so good with the Whisperers, and I feel like they kind of backtracked off the Whisperers a little bit. Like, you don't see a whole lot of them in the first half of the season, and I think the whole stuff with Carol like taking off, and now you're kind of getting in realms of we didn't have in the comic books, because you didn't have them falling into the giant hole surrounded by zombies. And
I think it's kind of cool that they're really going on their own path. It's cool because, we've sat for so many seasons and we've said, well, we know this is going to happen. We've known this is going to happen. This is from the comic books. Now they're going on their own. And I think it's kind of cool that, like, you don't know if Carol really saw Alpha or if she just wanted to see her so that there was a reason for her to run after into the cave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like that they're kind of doing that, and I like that they're going in their own direction, because I'm not saying like it sucked that before we knew what was happening, but like the element of surprise is pretty nice.
I'm excited to kind of see what the third series that's coming, the future of where they get to, where they are now, with the first group of kids that's actually grown up during this apocalypse, to see what's different. But I think the other thing that I didn't like about this season, the mid-season of The Walking Dead, was Michonne's about to go to a military base and get a bunch of weapons, and when you look at the preview for the next episode, she's coming back on a warship.
I know.
She's driving like a warship back, and it's like, how are you driving a gunner ship? Like, what is this? You know, we're just gonna stand off the coast and just bomb the Whisperers. Like, yeah.
You know,
And
I don't know.
How are you gonna start a militia when half of your people are dying or leaving the show? You know, and like, what's with Lydia? Like, is she taking the Negan? You know, I don't know. I just feel like they were doing such a good job with the Whisperers, and now it's kind of like fallen off.
Everything that they've done with Negan and the Whispers is right from the comics.
Yeah,
like I mean, they were taking it almost verbatim.
But who's he gonna give Negan? Like, what is he gonna deliver the head of Alpha to Michonne? Or is he going to deliver it to Daryl? Or is he going to deliver it to Judith or Carol? Like, who's he going to deliver the head of Alpha to?
I think he's just going to bring it back to Alexandria.
I think it would be badass if he delivered it to Carol, since she lost a son. I honestly forgot that Tara died in all of that. I was like, "Where's Tara? I haven't seen Tara at all this season." And then when they mentioned she was dead, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. She died on the last season." And now we got Maggie coming back. I don't know.
I liked it. I thought it was a pretty decent episode. I mean, it wasn't like an action-packed episode. It was more of a slow burn.
Yeah.
With these no-name actors, so it really worked out.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing your point. It's just, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm not getting fed up with The Walking Dead, but like I wanted more from the Whisperers. I think just like how badass they came in.
It's been great. All what this season really established is the fear that they have instilled in Alexandria, in Hilltop, in everybody. They have, to the point where they don't even have to have a presence, and they have a presence. To the point where they had somebody infiltrate and nobody even knew it. It was that easy to get in and be like, "What up?"
Yeah.
And the only reason he was found out is because he decided that he didn't want to keep his cover anymore. And that's the only reason he was found out.
But I think it's weird too that you've got these characters that are so morally driven. Now they're dropping all their morals. Like, what was with Father Gabriel just deciding to stab the dude who killed the other doc? I can't think of his name right now. The other doctor guy.
Sadiq.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome because the built up aggression that he had, and he just took it all out on him. I thought it was like, no matter who you are, you have this built up aggression. He has this built up fury against the Whispers, and he just took it out on this motherfucker.
And
it felt good.
I kind of wish Eugene would get his shine in the show like he got in the comic book, and he doesn't get his shine.
I think he will.
But I mean, there's rumors out there that it's ending at season 10 or season 12.
Oh fuck! That means it's going to end at the end
12.
of the year.
Sorry, season 12. I misspoke.
Yeah, you did.
But I mean, really going from the comic book, after they get to the Commonwealth, it's kind of a slow
burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
And there's
and
there's
no name actors. Woo! We did it.
No, it is. It's
not have to say slow burn.
Even the comic book series, though, once they get to the Commonwealth, it's a slow burn. It becomes really the Rick Grimes show, and Rick Grimes isn't there anymore. So who's going to take that role?
It's hold on, Tim. I'm going to say it's probably my kid screaming in the background. So, I mean, I don't know. Corbin has not been muted. Oh yeah.
He muted himself.
Whatever.
But I just think, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I've become accustomed to The Walking Dead ending with like huge mid-season finales where
why does it say mute your guests because they chose to be mute?
I'm trying to unmute him and I can't unmute him.
Where is she? Where's Rachel?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Was that your kid?
I don't know. I didn't hear him.
Yeah, that's exactly what someone said in the background. Where is she?
It might be Kitty's back there fucking screaming and yelling.
Hey, Corbin.
Where's Rachel?
Yeah, I was doing a little tirade there.
Doesn't want to talk about Walking Dead.
That's fine. I just wanted to get it. I just thought it wasn't bad. I just thought it was. It really showed. I think the next half is going to actually be pretty fucking cool.
Well, I think it depends on what they do. If they make it out of that hole with nobody dying, I'm going to be like, this sucks.
Whatever. No, you're not.
Because they're all in that hole now, thanks to Carol. And I don't know. What do you think of the new Carol Daryl dynamic now?
What? That they're besties?
Well, their relationship is kind of strained now, though.
It happens.
Like,
there's zombies. Shit happens.
He doesn't know if he can trust her anymore.
I don't trust her with the shit.
No.
She's fucking crazy right now.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested by the movies and what the movies represent, but
they will present a plot, a
yes,
beginning, a middle, and an end. So that is what they're going to present.
Thank you for the literal translation of that. I appreciate that.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Just letting you know.
At this point, Chad, you're right. They got to quit killing off characters. Otherwise, they're not going to have a cast left anymore.
No, it's almost to the point of like a basketball team or a football team. You keep getting rid of people, bringing other people in, but you're still getting rid of people. The core of it's leaving.
I mean, I do like the overall storytelling of it. Like, if you go back to season 1 and watch to season 10, Carol starts out as this weak character, and then she grew up to be just this like.
She grew up.
She grew up. Yeah.
She was a little girl, and now she's an adult.
She grew as a character where she became this badass, you know?
Dude, character building.
Yeah. At its finest.
They fucking killed it. Took 10 seasons.
Yeah.
Character building. No name actors.
But for her alone, though, like, well, and Daryl too, but the rest of the characters, there wasn't a whole lot there. Like T-Dog.
T-Dog.
Like, you forget about T-Dog.
I never forget about T-Dog.
And
ever. You
never forget T-Dog for life, right?
T-Dog for life. I've got a tattoo.
T-Dog for life. I got it. Corbin's waving bye to everybody.
Bye, Corbin.
Yeah, have a good night, people. I wish I was able to stay up late with y'all, but I'm not as big a boy as I thought to this week.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Chad.
Yep. Chad, take care. I think you're saying good night to me, so I'm saying good night back to Chad.
Hell.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Kyle's man enough for all of us to carry on.
He is. But catch us on let me give a quick plug. Tales from the Spinner Rack. It's a really good show. Check it out. Oh, it's great. Expert now. Matt broke down some books, man. Matt can break down some comics. Did you know that, Kyle? Did you know that Matt does a really good job doing comic reviews? It's crazy.
Kyle knows. He's been there.
I'm being sarcastic. No, I know this. But yeah, check it out, guys. We have a lot of good books I'm sure to get to this week, and it's gonna be a blast, and I'm looking forward to it. But you all are fine people. I love you all. Peace and love.
If you mean a blast but very dry and serious, then you are correct.
It is a good show.
I think it's a good show. But anyway, I will see you good folks next time.
All right, Corbin. Have a good one.
Lame.
But do you have anything else you want to talk about, Kyle? Because we can just...
I guess not. I'd like to thank everybody that came in chat. I appreciate everybody.
Yes, we had a nice record number of people in chat tonight.
It was fun. I had a good time. Thank you, Brandon, for fucking coming and bullshitting and then just bailing without saying a goddamn word.
Bailing after Kyle ruthlessly insulted him.
You know, it was all I had to say was, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go eat dinner." And we've been like, "See you later, Brandon from Brandon's Comics, Tempe."
Yeah, right. Thanks for coming on. Chad, maybe it's time to give away stuff. Not today.
No, I tried last week. Nobody wanted shit.
I have
So
nothing.
I'm done giving away shit. I will give away this bottle with a little bit of no, I'm just playing. You need to moisten that dry show up. But no, I'm good. I mean, thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys all enjoyed Turkey Day. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yes. Pour some gravy on that bad boy. But all right, so that'll do it for this week's episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast. Like Kyle said, guys, thanks for coming out to the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. If you like what we do here, this is your first time maybe stumbling on the show, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys had a good time. We've got 13, 14 people in the chat. Make sure to, and we only got 9 likes. Let's hit that like button. Chat, I want your shit. But if you're listening to this on Monday in the audio form, make sure to like and subscribe as well and leave us a review as it helps us climb those podcast rankings. But for this week's episode,
if you'd like to play the drinking game, remember to get a hold of me. Please do. Please do not feel weird about messaging me to do the podcast drinking game. Even if you don't drink, I love the fact of you guys reaching out, and I'll send you the keywords. At least you know what we're all drinking to. You don't have to drink, but it's a cool way to hang out with us.
Okay, so let's stop right here. Tim, I want to hear your Brandon disappearance theory. Tim says I have a Brandon disappearance theory. Let's go, Tim. Actually, I'm not gonna wait for you to type it out in the chat. Tim, right. if you want to come on and tell us, you let me know and I'll send you an invite. But I'm not gonna sit here and wait for you to type in the chat. Dr. Pepper drunk. Yep.
Don't badger me.
But
yeah, please message me, guys. I if you guys can't play, it's no big deal. But it's just fun knowing that you guys want these keywords and know that, if you can or can't play, but then you know what we're drinking to, and that just makes it fun. I like interacting with everybody, so I think it's cool.
And if you guys are on social media and you want to play the drinking game, but you don't know how to find Kyle, or you're on a social media platform, you can send it to me, or you can send it to the Absolute Geek. You can email absolutegeekpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll make sure Kyle gets you added to the list. So, Chad, I don't think he wanted to eat. What? Ask Kyle before the show, or ask Kyle before the show.
Or ask Kyle after the show.
Or ask Kyle after the show. There you go. But, guys, for this week's episode of the Absolute Geek Podcast, the two Iron Men left standing. I am Matt.
4 men come, 5 men come, 2 men left.
Yeah. And he's Kyle.
Yeah, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys later.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hold on a second, Brandon's gonna